Guys, let's talk about accounting. And bookkeeping. I know it's scary. I know you don't want to hear it. I know it sounds complicated and probably the worst topic you want to think about, but I'm going to make it easy for you. I'm going to make it something you look forward to, I promise, because this strategy is very simple. Before we jump into it, if you take value from this video, please give it a share it with somebody else who would find value to it. You're going to do them a favor, and you're going to give one to me forward. You're paying it forward, and I would appreciate that. Let's jump into it. From here, I'm going to show you a very simple, easy, manageable system to use, and if you want it, I'm going to give it to you for free. Okay? Now, this is a spreadsheet that I use to manage all expenses on our property. I used this for 12 years, up until about a year and a half ago when we switched to bookkeeping because we needed it for our business. It was just way too much. So we finally transitioned, but for 12 years, we used this simple spreadsheet. Here's how it works. You can see at the top, it says income, okay, rental income. So January all the way to December, all we do is input the monthly rent. It takes 5 seconds to do. Okay, now it also says other income here. So if you were charging for parking or a garage rental or laundry or anything else, you could put that income all there. Also here, it's a single family home, nothing fancy. So it's just the regular income and that's it. It calculates it for you down here, right? Total rental income for the year, $32,806. Now here's where, people get a little bit antsy and don't want to do the work. And that's inputting all the expenses. Okay, so here we have all the expenses according to CRA just set up for you. Advertising, insurance, mortgage interest, of course, is a write-off. Any office expenses, general and salaries, professional fees from lawyers or anything else like that, a professional management, property management and administration, maintenance and repairs, water heater rentals. We put that in because, we have a water heater rental. Travel and vehicle, property taxes, travel vehicle, again, that's a mistake. And then it calculates your total expenses for the year. Now, you might be thinking, how am I going to remember all these expenses throughout the year? Well, here's what we do. On the 10th of the month, somewhere between, the 9th and the 12th of the month, depending if it falls on a weekend or not, we just go through and input the expenses. Simple. We know what the rent is. They paid their rent on the 1st, bang, that's done. Okay? The property taxes for the year, we put that in one time. Okay, we know we get the property tax bill. We literally put that in because we know we're going to pay that, and it's $4,769.20. We put that in, done. Okay, insurance for the year, $656.64. Bingo, one time, done for the year. For the year, complete. One time, 5 seconds. Okay, the rest of the expenses that are coming up often every month, those are the ones we sit down, we input it, we just look through our bank account, literally. The property has its own bank account, which is what you need to do proper accounting, has its own bank account. You must have a bank account for every property. I'm going to say it 100 times. And it's very simple. You see the rent going in, you see all the expenses coming out, and you just put it in, right? We paid a water heater in February, bingo, right in there. We paid the property taxes, bingo, right in there. Here we had some maintenance. And what I do with maintenance is I put what exactly it is below the month. So repair a garage door, $661.05. We had to redo the flooring and the ceiling in a mudroom because there was a leak, $2,870. That's it. Simple. So between the 9th and the 12th every month, we sit down, we open up the bank account for the property, we input the income, input any expenses, and we're done for the month. It takes literally 5 minutes. At the end of the year, your bookkeeping is already done. It just takes a little bit of habit forming to get this done for yourself and save yourself a big headache and pain in your rear end when it comes down for tax time. When most people are struggling for tax time, we're already done our bookkeeping for our rental properties by January 5th. We might take a break over Christmas, a big deal. But by January 5th, we're done. Now, here's a hard one. What do you do for mortgage interest? Because you have a mortgage payment, but not all of it is mortgage interest. Only some of it is interest. So how do you know that month to month? That's one we skip and we wait till the end of the year. Because your bank, some banks just mail you a letter and say, here's your mortgage summary for the year. This is how much interest you paid. This is how much principal you paid, et cetera, et cetera. And we just take that number and we put it in. Or we just contact our representative of the bank or call the bank, literally the bank line, and say, here's the mortgage number, mortgage 54621 with CIBC. Can I have the mortgage summary for the year? Okay, and that takes a little longer because you got to be on hold and press 1 and press 3 and press 6 and get to the right person. I understand. So call that 15 minutes, or if you get a letter, it's again 60 seconds. Input the mortgage interest, finished for the year. Now, how does this compare to using a bookkeeper? Well, now we use a bookkeeper, and for my entire business, in sales, other businesses, plus all our properties, and we have several, it costs us about $200, $220 a month. Okay, for all the work that they do, it's a very reasonable number. If you're using bookkeeping as a one-off kind of service, usually bookkeepers charge somewhere between $30 and $50 an hour, depending how much work they're doing and what kind of services they need to subscribe to, QuickBooks and other kinds of data collection services. They will, you can give them access to your bank account or just give them a PDF statement, a bank statement every month. And then at the end of the year or every once a month, just the stack of receipts you collect for gas or whatever, you can mail it to them or drop it off to their office, and they will do a monthly bookkeeping for you. And at the end of the year, bingo, it's all done for you. All you did is pay some money. For us, to keep it simple, we did it ourselves until we couldn't. So it was just a small investment of time and energy to do this for us, which is why we simplified the system here. But when it got too big, we had to transition over to a bookkeeper, and it's been well worth it. But if you're just getting started, you're on your first, second, third, even fourth or fifth property, it's probably not necessary. Especially if you have a partner helping you, a wife, husband helping you out in the game, you can help. They can do this task for you while you take care of some of the more important tasks like tenant placement and any construction projects, et cetera, et cetera. So don't let this one slide because it's going to bite you in the rear end when it comes tax time. Make a simple, easy system, or just give a few $100 to the bookkeeper and let them do a professional job. Either way, don't forget it, do it right, and it'll be an asset for you going forward. Lastly, if you want to avoid costly mistakes like accounting and bookkeeping like this, and even bigger mistakes in your tenant placement and investing strategies, why not have a tailored strategy that fits exactly for you? That's what we offer. So click the link below. I want to book a one-on-one strategy session with you. We do 10 per month. I promise you it's not a marketing strategy. We don't have time to do 20, 30 of these a month. There's just not enough hours in the day. We do 10 per month for free. If you want to get in there and you're serious about investing, book a call with us, fill out the survey. I want to talk to you.